Hi loves, this is Adea and today I'm doing a little Q&A. I told you about it on my Instagram and on my YouTube posts, and I had several questions, not too much, but it will give me plenty of time to answer them, and quite honestly, if I had more I would have gotten lost, so that's plenty. I did this look using the Jewels of Eternity by Epic Beauty. This is the first time that I ever tried it, and yeah, if you want to see me create this look and answer your questions, let's just keep on watching. Okay, so I already did my skincare. I'm just going to do my base. I'm pretty much finished with my Revlon base. I think this is going to be the last time that I use it. I really have to go in with a brush. Yeah, so I'm really considering this to be empty. I cannot get anything more. It's actually my second empty of the day. You know, sometimes I will, like, it will take a few weeks to get even one product finished, and then at the same time in like 2 days I will finish 3 products, or get a pen or something. It's always in circles. So what base am I going to use then? I don't know. Let me get started on the question because I know myself and I'm going to get lost. I'm going to first answer, well, these are 2 questions, but they quite mean the same thing. One was, what am I outside of YouTube? And do I work in makeup or do I have a completely different profession? I don't work in makeup. I have a completely different profession. I don't, like, I really love my job, but I don't want to say what it is, because if I tell you what it is, as I have a quite unusual name, it will, like, it will be very easy to find me on the internet, and I don't want anyone to know where I live or where I work, so I'm not gonna tell you. Sorry. But yeah, just know that I love my job. It has nothing to do with makeup, but I'm lucky enough to have my bosses. I'm using my concealer. I'm, yeah, lucky enough to have my bosses being okay with the fact that I wear a lot of makeup. But well, actually at first when I had my my interview, because before I got the job, I was wearing very minimal makeup because I didn't want them to be afraid before hiring me. And I got the job, and when the day went on, I did a bit more and a bit more and a bit more every day, a little touch of color here and a little multichrome there. Actually, what's funny is, I do the series with how to incorporate colors in your makeup, and that's pretty much the type of makeup that I did when I started to wear more makeup at work. And yeah, they never said anything about it. And really, sometimes I leave in the morning and I'm like, okay, that may be too much. Like, sometimes I get a little bit carried away when I'm doing it, and I don't have the time to change it because I have to leave. I'm often in a rush. And actually they have never ever said anything, even though sometimes I was like, yeah, that's a bit much, because I, like, if I was in a job where I would only see my coworkers, but I'm not, I see clients, and yeah, I could understand if my employers wanted for me to have something more neutral, but they never said anything. And even more than that, I'm taking my Maybelline Superstay Lumimatte in the shade 118. And even more than that, sometimes I fall back asleep after my what is that called? You know, the thing that wakes you up in the morning. I kind of blacked out. I don't remember. Whatever, it's going to come back in a few minutes maybe. Sometimes, you know, I fall back asleep and I wake up and I only have time to, you know, brush my teeth and leave. And when that happens, most of the time they are like, oh, is there a new employee here? We don't recognize you. But you know, it's in a very sweet way. It's not like, it's just to have fun. Like, it's really not a bad thing to say. Well, it's not meant to be, and I don't take that badly either. And so yeah, I think it's quite funny actually. And you know, sometimes they try to make sense of, okay, you are wearing this type of color, so I guess you're in a good mood, or things like this. So yeah, it's quite fun. I did not have any problems, and actually many clients come and say, oh, I love your makeup, it's so beautiful, and it's always so beautiful, and it really warms my heart, you know. I think it's so sweet, and it's always, you know, a good conversation opener. And yeah, so sorry, I'm not gonna entirely tell you, but I'm just gonna tell you it has nothing to do with makeup. I'm taking my XXRevolution bronzer, cream bronzer in the shade Inspire. And I'm kind of hoping to get a pen. When I started to use this one, I was like, I'm never ever gonna finish this, because this is 28 grams. And I think that when it's cream, you don't use as much as when it's powder. Maybe I'm mistaken for that. But I'm not that dark, so I don't need a lot of bronzer anyway. And this is even too dark for me most of the year. Even now, like, I don't have a tan. I kind of stay away from the sun every time. And I wear SPF, so, well, not today because I don't plan on going out, but yeah, but now I've been using it since the beautiful days, like the warmer days, and I'm actually thinking that it's possible to hit a ban before it goes bad, because I don't think it's bad at all. But yeah, I don't think it's going to live another year, you know. But yeah, really good price, really good formula, color. I have nothing really bad to say about it. I'm trying to answer the question in a kind of logical order. I'm taking my Wet n Wild Photofocus Translucent Loose Powder. So I guess the most logical one to answer now is when I started to build my makeup collection. And and also my makeup journey. So the question when I started to build my makeup collection and my makeup journey are two different questions, but I'm going to answer them kind of the same way. So more about my makeup journey. I started to wear makeup, I think, yeah, I was in France first. When we are very little, we are in maternelle from like 3 to, I don't know, like 6 maybe, I don't remember. Then we are in primaire until 10, and then from 10 to 14 we are in collège, which is not college as in, you know, USA. I think it's, well, I guess it's your primary school, I don't know. And then from 15 to 18 we are in lycée, which is your high school, and then we get to university or whatever. So when I was in college, when I was like something like 15, I guess I started, and you know, it was always just a little bit of something. It was things that I found at the drugstore or at Sephora, mostly drugstore at that time. I'm going to do my brows with the NYX Control Freak and the Beauty Bay Brow Fixer in the shade Teddy. I'm not really careful with my brows. And at that point, I was more wearing either neutrals or quite a lot of blues and teals, actually, a little bit of bronze, but it was, you know, it was really not a lot. Like I had some concealer, maybe I had a sort of something with my brows, but not that early, I think. And I would put one or maybe two eyeshadows, but with my fingers, mascara, and that was it. Nothing on my lips, no blush, no nothing. It was a choice. Maybe I can find photos of that. No, you know what? I don't want to. If I find them, I can, you know, show it to you, but I really doubt that I can find it. And then I went into a more all black, like, well, it was not like all black, but I wore a lot of black still, and with my makeup as well. So then it was either black or gray on my eyes with a black eyeliner in the waterline, and sometimes it was teal, and it really made my eyes pop, you know. But same thing, nothing on my face, nothing on my lips. And I guess I started to have more fun with my makeup. I think it was in university, actually. I don't think there was a lot of evolution when I was in lycée, high school. I don't think so. So yeah, I don't even remember why I started to enjoy it more. And of course, when I was in university and I started to buy more makeup or like eyeshadow palette, it was the dawn of the naked palettes from Urban Decay. There were some palette from Too Faced as well. And I remember I had the Naked 1, and then I had the Naked 3, but I did not enjoy that one. One that I really enjoyed was the Too Faced, I think it was Natural Matte, something like that. And I had the boudoir eyes. Actually, I still have those. It's in a box that I keep, a, you know, makeup museum of some products that I had that really, you know, mean something to me, and even though I don't use them anymore, I just don't want to throw them away because they are like good memories. I also had the Peachy Mattes, I think it was, from Too Faced, and I think that was my most colorful at the time. And then I think that what started it all with how much makeup I was wearing is, as probably many other people, it was the ABH Modern Renaissance, which yeah, it's not in my collection now, but I still own it. It's in the same box, and that one, it really made me, you know, it changed something in me. And also it was the time of the dawn of like the birth actually of Kylie Cosmetics and the whole Kylie lips. And I was, you know, I bought two of their liquid lipstick. It was Mary Jo K, the really red, and the other one was, it was the very dark brown. How was it called? True Brown K. I think it's True Brown K, something like this. And I'm putting my MAC Prep and Prime. And yeah, what time that was. And when I received them, I was so excited. It was the first time that I ever, you know, bought something that was not from Sephora or the drugstore. Like, I really bought them on the internet from another country. And yeah, that was a moment, and I was so excited when I received it. And I really thought like I bought two kind of special colors that I would not wear every day, but I really thought like, this is Kylie Cosmetics, like I really don't want to finish those products. I want to keep them forever, so I have to buy special shades that I would only wear on special occasion, which is not a good way to think, but I used to be like that a lot. Like, I really did not, for many things, I really did not want to miss something, so I never wanted to finish it. So yeah, I barely ever used them, but every time that I did use them, I remember they were horrible. Like, it was very liquidy, and very pigmented still, but I would put it on, it will dry, and if I did, like, it will crumble, and you know, many flakes would come off, and it was horrible. Like, even though I was careful, it would end up doing it, and I would have, you know, specks of it. It was horrible. So yeah, I never wanted to buy more from them. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the palette, knowing that I'm wearing brown, so I don't want... do I want green? Okay, so I will start by taking my Singe Beauty EO5 in this shade, which is called Stronger in Us. And well, maybe you can see, but the mirror is quite little, which is not a problem, but as the palette is quite big, I don't want to lift it, so I'm just going to use my little Oden's eye mirror, and I hope I will not blind you with it. I will really try to stay, you know, on the side. Oh, maybe I will zoom you in. Hi. So yeah, going into this shade, and I'm just tapping on it because I don't know the formula. What was I saying? So yeah, the modern renaissance was what started a lot for me, and the liquid lipstick. So it was, you know, the dawn of liquid lipsticks, which was, I don't remember which year that was, but it was something like 2014, 15, 20, I would say 2015, because yeah, it was something like 2015 that I started to wear more makeup. And I had, you know, the Sephora cream lip stain in Marvelous Mauve, the number 13, I think. I was wearing that one all the time. I had others, I remember, from Sephora that were, you know, in more sticks, but yeah, it was always a sort of mauve, but not really a nude, because yeah, I really enjoy wearing lipstick, and actually I've been loving more nudes more recently, like in the last few years, because I've been loving having really bold colors on my eyes, and sometimes I don't want to do too much, so I will enjoy a more nude lip to balance my makeup. Sometimes I wear bold eyes and bold lips, but you know, in my everyday life, most of the time I will try to balance it. when I go to work most of the time. And well, that matte worked really beautifully. It's pigmented, it's blending really beautifully. I have no complaints whatsoever. And there were quite a lot of Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like, I was still only buying from Sephora at that time. Then there was, you know, the Norvina. I owned the big Norvina Volume 5, the purple one, and I still really enjoy it. What other palettes did I get? Because I know I ended up buying the original Norvina, but it was way after it was released. It was like not that long ago, a few years, but really far from its release. And I had quite a lot of liquid lipsticks as well. I really enjoyed the one from Too Faced. I had some from Huda Beauty. I had some from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I still have some here that I really enjoy. And I was really into lipsticks, and I still have too much, but it, like, my palette collection was really manageable compared to now. And well, it's manageable because I really go through it and manage it, but I obviously have too much, and at that time I did not have too much. It was really okay. And I'm going to take my Cinch Beauty E01. And actually I'm hesitating. I want to go into a purple, but I hesitate between this one and this one. Let me swatch them and choose. Oh, I know I did a combo that was quite similar with my no, it was with the Silent but Deadly, but it was quite different actually. I just cannot not do a purple and green combo. You know what? I want to go with this one, but to change, I will go into the lighter one. I have to, you know, not be too predictable. So I'm going into the lighter shade, and it's called One in Light. And it's going to be my, you know, inner third color. And yeah, I had a lot of cream lip stains from Sephora that I still own as well. Anastasia, I already told you. Oh, and I had, you know, the ones from Urban Decay, the Vice lipsticks. I had quite a lot of them too. Yeah, I was really into lipstick. I still am, but at that time lipstick were above the rest. And then I started wearing, you know, more concealer, foundation. I had the Benefit Cheek Parade palette, and yeah, of course that was everything that I used because I don't think I had another one. I started wearing some highlighters, and at first I really did not really understand the hype around highlighters, but maybe because I wasn't really meant to only wear you know, champagne and gold highlighters. Now what I really love with highlighters is wearing duochromes or multichromes, like really colorful ones, and I rarely ever wear neutral ones. This is cute. I'm gonna take that green on my lower lash line as well with my Glaminatrix EO4, I think it is, this little pencil brush. And I know I was still studying at that time, and things remain quite the same. If I remember correctly, I also bought quite a lot of Colourpop at that time, and yeah, I had quite a lot. And then after I finished college, I moved town, and I think that the first time that I really discovered indie brands, I don't remember exactly if that was on Instagram or if that was on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure it was on Instagram, I think. And I actually don't want to tell you what palette it was, because it's a brand that I don't support anymore. But when it went out, I'm pretty sure it was this brand that made me discover Monolith. When it went out, it was, you know, full of colors and multichromes, and you know, it really looked very special compared to what I knew existed. And so I discovered Monolith, which was a big turning point for me, to be honest. And I bought that said palette, and it was, I was actually disappointed because the matte were not really great, and the shimmer did crease so fast on me, which I was really mad about, because I was used of like using brands like Anastasia Beverly Hills. You know, I had bought since then like the Nouveau palette as well. I have that one, and I never had any problems with creasing with these brands. Of course, you can't really compare a multichrome to what they were giving at that time, but still, my makeup was staying. And there it was like very impactful and beautiful, but at the same time, it was like only for an hour and a half, and then it was gone. So I would not really wear it outside. But I started to watch more YouTube videos, and I was really more into YouTube than Instagram, and I still am. I prefer YouTube. That's what really intrigued me at first, but I spend more time on Instagram because I scroll and it's a little bit easier. And when I don't have time, I like, you cannot always just sit and watch an hour-long video, but I continued to watch it. I discovered, I don't know, Angelique Nyqvist and Rachel Palmieri, and there were a lot of creators that were using indie brands, and at the same time I was following what Monolith was releasing, and then they started to bring more and more brands to their website, and now they are, they have a very big variety of brands, which I love. I'm going to take this purple shade here, which is called Gentle Vow, and on a brush like this is the Glam Shop 0122, and I'm just gonna go on the edges of the green. I think it's going to look quite fun. And I just started to buy more, and at that time I did not wear things that were too colorful. Well, it was not neutral, it was, neutral adjacent. I would have more makeup than most of my coworkers and people around me, but it was not that colorful, And the makeup that I was buying, I would wear when I was at home. I would do my makeup in the night or even during the day, and I would, you know, do one eye one look and the other eye another look, and just enjoy wearing my makeup at home for myself, and just take that time for me, you know, to do my makeup and have fun with it, but not really to go out. I'm not the biggest out person. Like, I enjoy being out, but I don't really enjoy, you know, big noise and parties and crowds. I enjoy them from time to time, but it's really not something that I enjoy doing on the daily basis. So yeah, that's what I was doing, and at what point I think it looks very nice. It did not need it to be blended, but I think it really adds something fun. And so yeah, it really started like this. I started to watch more YouTube and follow more people on Instagram and catch every release of Monolith. I would buy things at every release, and then my makeup collection got a little bit out of control. I needed, you know, to buy some furniture to put all of my palettes in it, and yeah, I was really spending a lot of money on that. Like, it was my main expense, and then that's how I kind of decided to do YouTube. Like, I already talked about it in my latest Get Ready With Me, but yeah, it really was, I have a lot of makeup, so I need to have another reason to have that many. And also, I always like to watch reviews. I used to always watch reviews before buying something. Now I don't always, because I do reviews and I don't want to be really influenced by someone else's. And I was really missing many brands and palettes, the products in general, that I wanted to see reviews on, and they were not. And I guess here we are. Now I'm doing this for fun, but it's been more than a year that I do this, and I've been really, really enjoying it. And I think that since I started, well, since I discovered indie brands, which was another question actually, how did I discover indie brands? This really was, I think, I fell on a YouTube video or on a Instagram post, and that's just how it started. And then I started following the person that was doing the video. I'm taking my MAC Prep and Prime again, and they were talking about more brands, and I discovered more. At one time, I really was a lot into Oden's Eye because it's in Europe, so I could buy it. Because I was quite really frustrated that I was not able to get a lot of brands that people were talking about, because they were not on Monolith yet. And yeah, it was quite frustrating at first. I remember I wanted so bad the What's Up Beauty Geodes palette, and I bought it when it came on Monolith. I was so happy. And yeah, there are some little moments like this that I remember. It's a little patchy here, but I kind of always get patchy on these areas. Maybe it's my fault. I think I don't put my primer right. What do I want to do with shimmers? I was really eyeing that one. Oh, that one could be very nice. Maybe something a little bit darker. No, not that one, but beautiful, but not that one. This one is a, oh, that's beautiful, but no. Oh, I guess that this Forever Yours could be really fun. Maybe I could do, you know, both of these. Could I? This is Kindred Soul. This could be a beautiful inner corner. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to use brushes though. So I'm going into the shade in the shade Forever Yours here first. It's not picking up that well, but let's just see. Yeah, it's going to be enough. So yeah, it was a little like surprise find, and then when I started to watch more and more, I bought more and more, and at one point, I don't really know what switched, but it really kind of was just as I said with my current job. I was wearing things that were neutral-ish, but I never really liked to wear the same makeup 2 days in a row. Like, I really like to change it up, and now it's very, very rare that I do the same makeup twice. I'm actually going to answer the other question, our last question, which was when and why did you get into colorful makeup? So I'm kind of answering the when. So because at first it was more at home. I was watching you know, tutorials, and I would play with my makeup when I was alone, and it was, you know, for nobody else to see than me and my boyfriend. And that was I think I started more than 5 years ago, but I feel like I really started more since, yeah, I guess 5 years ago. I think it was after COVID. Before COVID, I would still wear makeup, but not at the same pace as now. And I think it really all came down to when I really discovered indie brands, because they really bring the fun in makeup, and it's not just like, you know, a little khaki that makes it colorful, or not just a little pop of blue in a neutral palette. Like, it's really, you know, colorful, and this is not the most colorful palette in my collection. Like, when I look at it, I almost consider this to be neutrals because it's still very soft, but yeah, obviously it's not neutral, you know. And to actually really answer the why, I'm sorry, I'm just taking another brush, and I'm going to go into this shade, which is called Still Courage, on a brush as well. I think this is going to be very pretty. It is. And as I said, I don't like to do the same makeup twice. So if I would only wear neutrals, that would be quite hard to not repeat myself in in the makeup, you know, variety. And I don't know, I think it's more fun. And there was a time when I was younger when I was really, you know, doing my makeup because I thought that I did not look good enough to not wear any, like I needed to wear it. And now, as you probably can tell, I'm not wearing makeup to enhance anything. Like, I'm really doing this because it's fun, and I would actually wear makeup just for fun when I was doing one eye, one color, the other eye, another color. And it really was for myself because I really enjoy this moment and be creative. And even though I'm not the most creative, it's still, you know, a moment for myself and for nobody else, and just to practice as well and try to be like, not, it's not really about being faster, but to be, you know, more sure and know what I like, know what fits me, and try new color combos and whatever. I just don't like when the light part goes too far, because I think it gives my eye a weird shape. But you know, that type of thing, like I would do many looks and then look at myself in the mirror during the day and be like, I went out like this, like, but it's okay, like it's just makeup, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not really into, you know, a really perfect image of myself. Like I always felt like, and I don't say that to make anybody uncomfortable. It's not a something, I'm not meaning to say something bad. I'm taking on a smaller flat brush the shade Kindred Soul, and it's going to be kind of an inner corner, but quite lightly because I already have the pastel one. And it's, I've always felt like many people around me that were always so conscious about their image were, you know, not the most confident and the best persons inside, you know. I've met exceptions of at that rule, but like I prefer to work on myself, on my inner self, than on my outer self. And there was a time where I was really putting a lot of work into my outer image, and that was the time where when I felt the worst in my life. So yeah, I decided then to choose to be happy and not really care about my image, and you know, surround myself with good people that are, you know, here for me and that are choosing to be happy and good people more than to look good, you know what I mean. I think I'm going to put some mascara and some eyeliner. I will try to speak at the same time, but it's not going to be the easiest part. Do I want a green or purple mascara, or do I just do black? Oh, the purple is really purple. I'm still gonna try it. And so then I started to wear the makeup outside, and just like that, a little bit more at a time, and we end up here. I realized that it was fun and that I wanted to do this for fun. I was never really into the clean girl, you know, trends, and like I can do one every once in a while, but it's really a big while. I really rarely do this, but yeah, I just want to have fun, and it really makes me happy to do it. And even though I get compliments of on my makeup, but like I know it's my makeup and not myself, you know. It's, wow, your makeup looks so good. And even though sometimes people tell me that I look beautiful, I at first I don't need somebody to tell me that to feel good, but of course a compliment always feels good. But most of the time I know that it's more for my makeup that people say that, and it's just, I think it really brings me joy to do it. even though I don't go out with it, even though sometimes I will just wear this type of makeup and just be in my, you know, my house like stuff, I'm wearing this because I'm doing the video. As soon as the video is done, I will go back into my old t-shirt, and because as I said, I'm not planning on seeing anybody today, and I'm getting really hot in this, so yeah, I thought I could wear this. It would not be that hot, that hot, but actually it is, and I'm really sweating underneath. Like, this has a sort of corset in it, and it's really hot. The corset is really hot. Whatever. So I cannot really tell you a specific when, but I would say somewhere in, yeah, I would say like 5 years ago, something like this. Because I remember then after COVID, when I moved, I started to wear more colors and decide to, you know, do the things that would bring me joy. And that's when I really started, and I'm never looking back. Does this look weird for my lashes to be purple? I will put something in my waterline. More a purple or green? I think a purple would have more impact. This is not a dark look whatsoever, so I'm gonna stick with pastels. I'm really out of my comfort zone right now, actually. So this is Amethyst Hour, yes, from Colourpop, which does not really look purple. It looks more of a pink, I think. And I'm putting this on the like 2/3, and then on the last third I'm going to put my Maybelline tattoo liner in the shade Hunter Green, because otherwise I think it looks weird to have the end really light. So apparently it was not recording when I was putting my the product on my face. So I did put my Lethal Cosmetics Hybrid Blush, which is this purple blush right here. I did put my M81 Highlighter in the shade UFO, which is a beautiful green. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's beautiful and impactful. I put my Unearthly Lip Liner in the shade Vamp, which is this beautiful purple, and on top I have my Glamlite lip gloss in the from the Rivendell duo from the Lord of the Rings collection. I hope I was not saying a lot because I was talking a lot about the products that I was putting on, so I hope you didn't miss a lot of what I said. But as I said, like, my conclusion was of this whole video was actually, I really do this for fun. This is my safe place, and this is my moment, you know, that I take for myself, and I do it for fun. And if I get some compliments, that's good, but if I don't care. I do this for myself. And I don't know if I said that before or after the camera stopped, but actually even my boyfriend will, like, he enjoys the fact that I do my makeup because I do it for fun, but he compliments me more when I don't wear that much. Like, most of the time it's when I have something more delicate on my eyes and a kind of bold lips, like not even as bold as this one, but not as colorful as what I'm wearing most of the time. And that's okay, because I'm doing this for myself, as I said, and I know he doesn't love me any less because of it. Because actually I'm happier like this, and that's what matters. So this is the final look, and I really had fun. I think that The quality is perfect. Some of the shades look really emollient, so I'm kind of afraid of their staying power, but I will continue to use it. I will wear this makeup even though it's quite late in the day already, but I will come back at the end of the month when I will do my review, like my monthly roundup. So if you want to know what I think about this palette, you can check it out. I'm not going to do a full review video on it because there are already plenty of people who received it as PR, and yeah, I will make videos when I think that my review is needed. But if I if I search on YouTube and I find like more than 10 videos already talking about it, I consider that yeah, I'm good. So I will still use it. I'm really considering putting some liquid liners on top. You know what? I'm here to have fun, so I'm going to. I'm sorry in advance because I don't think it will be the best view because I'm not sure I really know how to film this. And I would want to put a purple, you know, to really make a good contrast on the green. So I have several options. I have the Lens palette with Glisten, and I have a few purples here. And I also have one duo liner from Lethal Cosmetic, that one. Which one is the best for what I'm wearing right now? And it will match the mascara as well. What is best, the dark here or the light here? Actually, I'm changing my mind. I'm using the light one here. Yeah, the duo is called Jiggy Jam. I'm taking the light shade. But what shape do I want to do? I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to, you know, do whatever. I hope I will stay in frame, but I don't guarantee it. Yeah, I'm just gonna try some things and hopefully it will not be a disaster, but it could be, and it's okay if it is. I rarely ever do round shapes. Sometimes I try to, you know, do more points, but like pointed. But I'm going to try to do something a little bit round this time. I'm taking my L3 brush from the Lens and Glisten collection. And yeah, let's just try something. Not symmetrical. Okay, so I feel like now it's more or less symmetrical. Is it cute? I enjoy Lethal's liquid liner formula, like, you know, the split pens, but it dries a little bit too fast in the pen, so I always have to put more water, which is not the case with like my Diaverunes and the Glisten ones. So I tend to prefer the Glisten and Diaverunes a bit more. And as it dries faster, I feel like it doesn't, like it dries on the brush as well, so I really have to go back into it to really have wet product on my brush. Not symmetrical. As you can see here, my eye falls more than this one. I will try to fake it. I think that's fun. Ooh, and what do I want to do in the inner part? Like I want to do maybe like a star or something. I will change my brush. And I'm taking the L2, which is quite small, in the same color. I never do stars, but I think it will look nice with this look. I don't want to put gloss on my hand. I think it's cute. Now, I have to try and put it at the same place on the other side. Sorry if you get the mirror, but this is not my priority. Okay, so my shape is not the best on this eye. But it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. That's cute. One last dot. Okay, I lied. Okay, maybe I should have not done that. Because I have a scar here, so it looks like it's a line when it's not. Okay, stop now, stop. Actually, I love this so much more now. I know it's not perfect, but as I said, I do this for fun, and at least it's practice. And like that, I gave you two options. I could, let me zoom you out. So yeah, you could have, if you wanted to recreate this, you could do it with only the eyeshadows, and now you know that there is an eyeliner option too. I really enjoy this. I hope you did too. Thank you so very much for the persons that sent me questions. I hope I answered everything like the way that you intended me to answer. And yeah, it actually, I enjoy the fact that there was not too much questions, because I know myself and I get lost, and I know I still managed to get lost with only 6 questions. So yeah, 6 was plenty. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye!